Yes, what's good with y'all boys? It's your boy Titan Sama, and today we're going to be reacting to the spoilers of chapter 1140 of One Piece, y'all. Right now we're going to be heading into the continuation of the Luffy and Gabon fight, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you. I'm expecting some crazy observation haki feats from this nigga Gabon. He has to dodge every single attack from Luffy, and Luffy has to at least show him Gear 5. Those are the two things I'm asking for this fight right here, bro. Alright, let's get into it, y'all.
The chapter starts where the last one ended.
Let's see what
Luffy
this is talking about.
Confused and doesn't know why he has to fight Gabon. Zoro
This is gonna
thinks
be
back to
good.
what Colin said about how powerful his dad is. Luffy stretches his hand to take the key, but Gabon easily dodges him.
There's one dodge.
Starting to get annoyed, Luffy jumps closer to Gabon and then tries to take the key again.
Okay.
This time, Gabon coats the key with haki and smashes Luffy into the ground. Black lightning appears when the key hits Luffy. Luffy emerges from the rubble on the ground.
So if it's black lightning, pretty sure it's Conquerors, or it could be advanced armament.
Then he's very annoyed. Luffy stretches his hands at Gabon multiple times, like when he uses the Gomu Gomu no Gatling, but Gabon dodges them easily again. Gabon says, "What a nice straw hat you got there. Suits you better than that helmet, don't you think?" Luffy says, "Obviously, it's a treasure that Shanks let me keep for him. Now give me that key."
That nigga
Gabon
just wants the
says,
key,
"Keep?
bro.
He didn't just give it to you? What a stingy man." Luffy says, "Idiot, it's not like that. Stop blurting out stuff like that when you don't know anything about Shanks." Gabon says, "Haha, right back at you, brat."
Okay, so let's stop right there, bruh. This man Gabon just hit right back at you, bruh. Meaning that there's layers to this nigga Shanks, bro. There's something that Gabon knows that we don't, or that Luffy doesn't know. Obviously, though, I mean, this nigga Shanks is what, 40 something or close to 40? And Luffy's only 18, I believe. I'm sure there's some shit that this nigga has done in his past that's kind of like, Luffy would have fought you about that, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Suddenly, Gabon shoves the part of the key into Luffy's mouth, and Luffy's head takes the shape of the key. Then Gabon takes out both his axes.
Gotta see this
prepares
animated.
to attack Luffy with them. Zoro says, "What? Axes?"
Oh, nah. So this nigga Gabon is actually flexing on these niggas, because if Zoro is surprised, talking about what?
Gabon says,
Yeah, nah.
"Yaso Takeru,
nigga's
army
fighting.
of fierce warriors."
Luffy, get out the way.
Zoro says,
Oh, nah.
"Luffy, get out of the way." Luffy senses
Gabon
how
is fighting.
powerful Gabon's haki is, and his face changes to a worried and funny expression. Gabon uses a huge attack with multiple axe blows that destroy one of the castle towers. Luffy barely dodges the attack, and Zoro stops part of it with his 3 swords. Gabon thinking to himself,
So this
he
nigga
has a
Zoro jumped into the fight. How strong is this nigga Gabon, bro?
good crewmate. Nami and Road
And
are
he's
in
the
shock.
third
Luffy
of the
and
OG
Zoro
monster
get
trio, bro.
serious. Luffy changes to Gear
crazy.
5, and Black Lightning.
There it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. At least that was one of my asks. Gear 5, showing Gabon Gear 5, and hopefully Gabon talks to Luffy about Gear 5, bro. I'm just hoping that this is the arc that Luffy actually understands what this white form is, bro. You know what I mean? What the, what's the name, Warrior of Liberation actually means. What his fruit stands for. What his abilities actually are. You know what I mean? I want Luffy to at least get a grasp on that. I'm hoping.
Here in
Not this
Zoro's
chapter,
3
but this arc.
swords. All Luffy's clothes and his axe are white now.
And yes, from
Even
Gabon
his
as well. I
Viking
want Gabon
helmet
to
is
sit him down and
fused
talk to him
with his
about
hair,
this.
and it looks like if Luffy has horns.
That's
Luffy
hard.
says, "Let's do this, Zoro," and Zoro says, "Yeah." Gabon thinking to himself, so that's truly the white form. Luffy and Zoro attack Gabon, but he suddenly gives up and entrusts them the key. Luffy and Zoro end up crashing into rocks since they have to stop their attack. Luffy and Zoro are angry because they don't get to continue the fight. Road is about to tell them
These
who
niggas like
Gabon
boxing,
is,
bro.
but Gabon stops Road while he picks up his robe and Casa hat. Gabon says, "Don't rush
So this nigga Gabon is gatekeeping his identity. That's actually kind of crazy.
Road. By the
Man's
time you
adding
leave this
extra
island,
arcs to One
Velvac is
Piece.
still safe. Come and see me again." Zoro says, "Like we'd ever do that."
So they're only
Luffy
gonna find out who Gabon is after everything, bruh. If Albath is still safe, this means like after the next Paramount War, I guess. That's crazy. I mean, at least he did see the Gear 5 form. I'm just mad that he didn't expand on it and explain to Luffy what it actually is, bro. That's the number one thing. And he stopped the fight. Why he would give up right there? Like, I guess he just wanted to see Gear 5. Could have asked, I guess, but let's just fight for it.
He says, "He's right, you dummy." Thanks
Or maybe he
for
also
Kido,
wanted to
but we are
see
not
like
seeing
how
you
Zoro
again."
is with
Bond
Luffy.
walks away smiling while we
In
see
terms
a
of,
little
like,
flashback
Captain
about one
and
moment when Shanks
secondhand.
came to meet Gabon and Elbaf. Gabon says, "Hey Shanks, you really expect me to trust that kid easily?" And Shanks says, "Ha ha ha, you're right. You may do whatever you like, Kaban-san. So that is the big infamous sequence between
So that's all.
Luffy, Zoro, and Scopper Gaban.
No.
To be honest, this kind of went how I expected it, and I'm sure a lot of you as well. At first, Luffy is getting played by him in his base form, as he should. And I don't really think this drops Luffy's stock. Luffy, you know, like we said, is in his base form. Since he relies on transformations, it's not like he's just at Yonko, quote-unquote, level at all times, if you know what I mean.
I would actually beg to differ because the base form Luffy that was fighting Kaido on the rooftop of Wano, that's Yonko level, bro. I don't want to hear anything. That is Yonko level fighting and ability and strength, bro. Don't talk to me. This nigga has Yonko level strength in base form, bro.
Kind of go into gear 5 for that to happen. So Gaban evading him and hitting him, making him look kind of dumb is fine. It's supposed to raise Gaban's stock. Because I guess he's supposed to be somewhat of a player in the end game here. But, you know, as we see, as soon as Luffy goes to gear 5 and then it's, you know, overkill with Zoro,
man taps out, bro.
Down. But it's supposed to be him backing down more so because he sees the white form, meaning that he knew about this. He knew about Nika.
He just wanted to see that shit, bro.
There's probably something in the One Piece or on Laugh Tale that let them know about this ahead of time. So
nah, I just feel like Gaban knows Albaf's history, and like there's the mural on Albaf, there's the books from O'Hara. Gaban knows. He knows, bruh. And I'm pretty sure he knows more than Roger did. For a fact, Gaban knew more than Roger, or knows more than Roger, bro. So this man, he already he knows what this white form is. I don't know what he wanted to see or what he wanted to gauge with Luffy, but he knows about the white form, bro, and he could be spilling the beans to Luffy about it, bro, but I don't know why he doesn't. I don't know why.
It's the key to Luffy because he's like, oh, he has the white form, so I guess he's gonna be the one that frees the world or whatever. Or at least I'm assuming that's what this is leading to, or his line of thinking at least. Cut to the Walrus School, and the kids tell Ange that they saw a strange bird flying by. And when Ange looks up, it's gone.
That has to be Gunko's bird, bro, that bandage bird,
near the
or arrow bird.
Shamrock and Gunko land in a huge branch. Shamrock is surprised to see that Elbaf even has a school. Then Gunko races.
Bro, this nigga Shamrock seems like he's been living under a rock, bro. This man doesn't know shit. I mean, he is the leader of the gods now, or new leader. So this nigga has to be on the Holy Lands 24/7 unless it's a mission.
Hand and creates a magic circle in the ground. A black lightning strikes in the magic circle, and 2 new God Knights appear in an epic double page.
Oh shit!
So yeah, we also went over this
it's
yesterday.
Serious.
That this whole magic circle
there's 4 God's Knights on Albaf.
Can be more, I suppose. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't.
And if the crew does not run into them, bro, I don't know what Oda's cooking up, bro.
So I think that.
I mean, that would also speak on their sort of black special ops type of movement, bro. Like they're not supposed to be seen. So if the crew doesn't even run into them, yeah, I don't know, bruh.
Comes from Emu. Emu might be supplying this ability or teaching them how to do it at least. First God Knight is Saint Summers from the Shepherd family. Jupiter's family. He's a middle-aged man.
Yep. Bro, I don't know if you guys know about my theory with Jupiter, but this nigga, in my opinion, his family, the Shepherd family, is underneath the Vigilant family. And the Vigilant family are basically the OG family, the right hand of Emu. The Vigilants are the right hand of Emu. Right under them is the Shepherd family, bro. So the way this theory goes is Saint Garling has been immortal for a while now. I feel like he is one of the OG Vigilants, bro. One of those from the Void Century, or even before the Void Century, right? And he's been helping Emu, almost like Zoro and Luffy. Like Zoro could spot a strong opponent for Luffy. Luffy can also spot a strong opponent, but like Zoro is more like cold and cutthroat. Like this is the one we need for this certain job, you know what I mean? So that's what I feel like Vigilant is to Emu, right? And he recruited Jupiter from basically like the training corps, and he's like, this student right here, he's number 1. And the reason why I say that is because, as you can see, Jupiter is the youngest out of all of them, bro. And when Garling was anointed as a Gorosei, he looked the most shocked. He looked the most worried. Imagine the person who trained you to become a Gorosei becomes one themselves. How crazy would the situation have to be? How dire must the situation be for this to happen? The one that trained me to become a Gorosei becomes a Gorosei. That's my theory, bro. That's my theory, dog. And now we're seeing another one, another Shepherd family member, bro. But I don't feel like this is Jupiter's close relative. I want to say this is like Jupiter's, not even great-grandson. I want to say nephew on some shit, right? You know what I mean? Like far spread off the, what's name, family tree, you know what I mean? Let's continue, bro.
glasses, long hair, and a beard. His goatee has a cross shape. He's sitting in a luxurious armchair next to a trunk with clothes, and he's talking with someone by Denden Mushi. It seems he has been summoned before he can dress up, so he only wears a tank top and underwear. He says, "Don't give me that. I need to change and do some preparations. Give me an hour, okay? And what about that stuff? You know, the food supplies. Surely we're not going to let gods be starved to death. Hello? What's with the transmission?"
Bro, I hate the fact that they are likable characters on either side of the story, bro. I like and hate it, bro, because I want to hate the God's Knights, bro. I want to hate anyone to do with the CDs, bro. They have such different personalities. I fuck with their personalities, bro. This shit's so good, dog. It's good. Like, there's likable characters on each side.
This is the first new God Knight introduced in this chapter. And yeah, as it says here, he is a part of the Gorosei Jupiter's family.
Hey, look at this man, not a white hair on him.
It's probably like his great-great-great-grandson, given that Jupiter is implied to be over 800 years old. Unless this guy, Saint Summers, also has whatever kind of immortality that the Gorosei have as well, which unclear still. The second God Knight is Saint Gillingham from the Lemo Schiff or Remo Sif family. Although it is not confirmed in the chapter, Gillingham clearly has the power of the Kirin Zoan fruit. His name is Kirin Gamu. In Japanese, another hint. And it seems that the Kirin fruit is awakened because there are white clouds.
Oh Lord.
Gillingham's neck. Gillingham.
Don't. The crew's about to die. The crew's about to die, bro.
Appears in hybrid
word.
form. He has a very long neck with a long mane.
I wonder how many awakened devil
fruit
fruit users are on the God's Knights, or if they have any Haki Mastery characters, bro, on some Roger, Rayleigh,
and he's
Garp
gripping a
ting.
very strange trident.
Oh Lord.
And he has a bubble/glass case around his head, like the
This
celestial.
man has a trident, bro. Gillingham is Poseidon out here. And he has a bubble case around his head. He's a straight celestial dragon, bro. Fuck me.
Dragons with a special respirator. Gillingham says, oh no, I'm going to be late. I was half asleep. Where did they say I need to go? So here's the second one, Saint Gillingham.
Bro, you see what I mean about these characters being likable?
Which I don't think we've been introduced to before. So this guy isn't coming from the Gorosei lineage.
I feel like Shamrock is gonna piss me off, bruh. He seems too cold as a character. He's gonna piss me the fuck off, and I hope he loses his shit when he loses a fight.
Like the other one.
I
But I
hope.
guess we're getting it.
Could it be me? Vigilant Shamrock, leader of the God's Knights. Yeah, I'm gonna need all of that. His whole world just crumbling before him.
Introduced to another mythical Zoan fruit here, the Kirin.
That
Zoan
looks
fruit.
sick.
And as we talked about yesterday,
Oh!
the Kirin is another
looks hard.
yokai, which was originally speculated to be one of the Gorosei's devil fruit, but it turns
Yo,
out
I can just
that
see
it
that
was
thing
the
blitzing through the
Bakotu
battlefield, bro.
Venus. But this
Ugh.
guy has the Kirin, and as it's described here, a head similar to a horse's, but with two
That looks
horns and
yuck.
two long whiskers, and a
That's
very long
Sakuna's
neck
animal.
with a long mane. This more or less lines up with what we've seen of the Kirin yokai art that you could just find on Google. And let me just go over one more time what the Kirin is said to be on yokai.com. So apparently it's one of the rarest and most awesome and powerful creatures ever known in East Asia, and is a regal animal, holy and highly
Regal. What does regal mean? What does regal mean? What does regal mean? Oh shit, so apparently regal means a monarch, dignified. So this is like one of the divine yokai, I guess. That's crazy. Considered a god in its own right. There we go.
beard. It's considered a god in its own right, and it resembles a
crazy.
deer with dragon-like scales covering its body. It's a chimerical beast, and it has a tail like an ox and a flowing mane. So going further into this, something that we didn't talk about yesterday is that it said that it's a gentle animal, and the Kirin never eats the flesh of other beings, and it takes great care to never tread on any living thing, even insects, and when it walks, it does so without trampling a single blade of grass. So I don't know if this is going to play.
Okay, here's my character analysis or character theory on Gillingham. Gillingham is not really evil. Gillingham is basically following orders of his family members. Gillingham is a product of his environment, bruh. So I doubt that Gillingham is fully in the CD way. Since it is a regal yokai, I do believe that there is a proper reason for why he wears the glass dome around his head. So maybe he actually has respiratory issues for real. You know what I mean? And he actually deserves that thing. So he's actually ordained to wear one. So he actually is a god, basically. And in terms of him being, well, the yokai being a gentle animal and it never eats the flesh of others, that to me kind of sounds like this man doesn't deal in fights. This man deals in more of political affairs, maybe delegation of land, maybe. So I doubt this is a fighting God's Knight, but the God's Knights are supposed to be the vanguard. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to expect from this character. I do expect a character switch from this person though. I do expect their morals to switch. That's one thing. But yeah.
Into how the devil fruit works, or if Oda is going to like try to adapt this part of its lore. But still pretty interesting if this actually is a part of its abilities. Like it somehow doesn't hurt people, but it still can be effective in battle some way.
Yes.
Summers notices that Shamrock and Gunko
So I don't know how that
are
will
standing
work.
in front of him, and Gunko turns around embarrassed, and Summers is only wearing his underwear. Summers says, what's wrong, Gunko? What brings you to my home? Huh? Shamrock? Huh? Isn't this Elbaf? Shamrock asks why both of them are summoned when he needs only one. And Gillingham says it's because Shamrock has been summoned back to the Holy Land by
What did I
orders
say about
from
this man
above.
living under
So
a
yeah,
rock?
it turns out that Shamrock
Then he got
is gonna
sent
be going
straight back to his rock.
Mary Schwa, and it's good because he doesn't really need to be here. I mean, it's cool that he's been introduced and
Shamrock.
everything, but since he is a part of like
I don't know, bro. Like this, the development of Shanks having a twin is crazy, dog. I still can't get over it, bro. Like, I feel like everyone, since they expected it, since they've been theorizing about it for so long, they're just brushing it under the rug like it's nothing. But that's huge. That's huge. Shanks, the one who basically sparked our MC's dream as a twin brother that lives on the Holy Lands. The opposite, the complete opposite of what Shanks is. Mine. I'll be mad if I don't see Shanks versus Shamrock, my nigga. I'll be mad.
the chase
I'll
for
be
the One
mad.
Piece, or the final part of this story, I guess, with all of those big remaining characters. It's fine that he goes back because we have 3 Holy Knights here. That's more than enough anyway. Summers says, so this is the country of the giants. How massive. What are you doing in a non-world government country? Are you visiting Harold's grave? Then, in the amazing final page of the chapter, we see how the 4 God Knights observe kids in the Walrus School from the top of the giant branch.
The
Summers
fuck are they
has
looking
finally
at
put
kids
on his
for?
military uniform, which is similar to that of his companions, but with several medals and a rose in the chest.
Yeah, nah,
He also
Summers
carries-
is a problem, bro. And what did I say about the Shepherd family, bro? What did I say about the Shepherd family, bro? Watch out for them niggas. Watch out for. I feel like they really about that shit, bro. There's Emu, and then there's Garling, then there's the Shepherd family, bro. I would watch out for them
It's
niggas.
a sword on
For
his waist
real.
with a thorny handle.
Nigga has
Summers
medals.
Says, okay. So we are abducting kids and bringing them over to the Holy Land. Well, not that
What the fuck do you get a medal for in the Holy Land, bro? Protecting a city? I don't think so. Killing innocents, taking away resources of innocents and giving them to gods. There we go. There's a medal for you. Telling you did some sick shit for those medals, bro.
these kids are small enough to fit in a bag. Gillingham says,
Wait.
"The handle." Summers says, okay. So we are abducting kids and
Someone's talking about abducting kids. What did I say about the Shepherd family, bro? Watch them niggas.
bringing them over to the Holy Land.
Watch them
not that these
niggas.
kids are small enough to fit in a bag. Gillingham says,
Look at this
people
man,
without the
bruh,
mark can't
joking about
pass through
abducting
the
kids.
abyss, so we'll have to transport them by ships. So yeah, it turns out that this whole summoning circle thing is called Abyss, or in the kanji, it means pentagram.
Okay, so it's
And
almost
he
like is it Flying Rising God by Minato Namikaze, where he has to mark something and is able to move between those markings. So that's crazy. So you need to have a mark to be able to transport yourself through this magic circle. And I'm sure the mark is given to you by Emu, or maybe one of the Gorosei, or maybe Garling himself. I feel like Garling has a crazy role in all of this, dog. Garling is not just a side character, bro. Oh, I feel like he's immortal. I genuinely feel like that nigga is immortal, bro. There's something up with that nigga.
Need a quote-unquote mark to
And I mean before the Gorosei business. I feel like the nigga was immortal before the Gorosei business.
able to pass through it, and I guess this mark is, given by Emu, like what we've been talking about. So you can't just force anyone to come through this portal. It has to be like a marked person, or there's some kind of ceremony or something. Gunko angrily says, "This guy." The chapter ends with Shamrock talking with an evil face. Shamrock says, "With your powers, why don't you make this a game? End
Oh,
of
fuck
chapter,
do you
no
mean make this a
breakdowns.
game to
So yeah, it
abduct
seems
kids?
like the game that they're going to make out of this is similar to, I guess, the native hunting game that we saw
course,
in
of
the Garden
course.
Valley flashback, which
Of course.
Shamrock's father, Garling, was a big proponent of. And I guess the game
No,
is
these
just
holy
gonna be
knights are
abducting
actually
kids.
welling.
Because as Summer says, he's like, so we're abducting kids and bringing them over to the
And I wonder how
holy
they're gonna
land.
abduct.
So yeah, they're
Oh,
gonna
no ways. I can imagine Ganko's arrow just like wrapping around like 10 different kids, bro. This about to be a madness. And okay, if they're gonna be abducting kids, that means the Straw Hats have to come across them sometime.
take the children of Elbaf, bring them via ship back to Mary Joie, and I guess this is a way to force Elbaf to comply with them, to be subservient to the world government coming into this final war, I suppose. But
So that ending got me kind of like shaking in my boots, bro. These niggas are gonna be abducting kids to kind of force Albaf's hand. And who is the leader of Albaf right now, bro? Who's the leader of Albaf right now, bro? King Harold is dead. I'm pretty sure Loki's locked up. Who's next in line, bro? Alright, I did enjoy that chapter, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wish we did expand more on Gear 5 and Kaban, but we did get what we did get. You get what I'm saying? And I'm happy with what we got, bro. And in terms of the new God's Knights, bro, Gillingham is not really a bad guy. He's gonna be a good guy by the end of the series. And that nigga Summers, he's gonna die in the most horrific way ever. I could already see he is a demon through and through, bro. This nigga is a absolute demon, bro. Nigga has medals for being a God's Knight. Nigga is joking around about kidnapping kids. Okay, yeah, he's a demon, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Zoro better handle that nigga, dog. Also, the development that we got on the magic circles is kind of cool, knowing that now it's called the Abyss and you have to be marked to actually pass through them. So it's not like just anything that anyone can learn. You know, so maybe Emu has to like ordain you with a certain mark and boom, there you go. You've got the mark of Emu, bro. I do fuck with that. I'm just kind of mad that it's not something that anyone can learn. So like the crew, maybe Usopp or Brook could learn it. So kind of pissed off about that, you know. But hey, overall, it's been an amazing chapter, bruh. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like and a comment. I'm gonna see y'all next time, bruh. Deuces.